Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Today we'll be wishing and building for lauma. So I hope you guys all enjoy and make sure to like. As you can see, my friend Liv is in my world for luck. I'm currently on 10 pity and on a guarantee. I decided that I was going to use it on lauma as she is so beautiful. I'm just really happy I got a cookie con there. This is 30 pity. And I cannot tell you how happy I am that we got in early. I have to mute the clip because Liv and I were so excited and shocked. Lauma came home at 35 pity. I am so happy. Considering that my luck is usually pretty terrible. Also, let's just appreciate how aesthetic lauma is. I'm an aesthetics of a meta player, but I'm so lucky that lauma is considered both now. And we still have some funds for Columbina. Time to bring the Maiden of the Grove out. I'm so grateful that we got her super early and that my pulls were lucky. We are going to start off by working on ascending our lauma. I haven't pre-farmed for her considering that I didn't initially want her. But the Archon quest quickly changed my mind. As you can see, I barely have materials for her. So this is definitely going to take a couple of days to complete. But for now, let's try and get her to the highest that we can. Also, I am super broke on Mora and books due to recently building Mizuki. So I will be grinding them out in my own time, off camera. I'll be using lauma as an on-field DPS. She is genuinely so breathtaking to look at and I love her design. Sadly, we only made it to level 60 out of 60, so it's time to farm. I have no resin, so we're going to collect the local specialty. However, I must have accidentally picked them up in my own world, because tell me why there are only 2 on my entire map. Thankfully, co-op exists. Thank you to Alicia or Alicia for letting me take your materials. You are so sweet. Lauma's local specialty is so pretty. It's like a little pearl, and I will say it's like one of the most prettiest local specialties in the game. This area is definitely my favorite part of the map. Also, look how pretty Lauma's deer form is. I am so obsessed. She reminds me of Lilia from League. I haven't finished the Archon quest yet, but I love Columbina's appearance. Definitely want to get her if she becomes playable in the near future. Also, thank you to lovely Iris for letting me take your materials as well. I'm super grateful for all of you guys that let me take your materials, because it genuinely helps me so much. Now that we're done collecting her local specialty, it's time to craft some crystal chunks. We're still lacking some crystals to take her to level 90, but we can work on it after. We also need to farm the new drops as well. But for now, let's wait until my resin refreshes so that we can get her boss drops. Okay, my resin has refreshed, so it's time to farm her boss materials. I haven't actually attempted it at all, so I'm unfamiliar with its attacks. I saw a guide though that suggested a Hyper Bloom team for this boss. However, I quickly realized my current team lacks a healer, so it didn't go well. I was trying to heal her because I totally forgot about the Bond of Life mechanics. Basically, I cannot heal my Clarend during her Bond of Life state because you can't heal her. And as you can see, my Kuki is dead. But we did defeat it eventually. Also, there goes my Clarend. I switched to a Nahida DPS Hyper Bloom team for some more sustain. I haven't used my Sage Meme in forever, so I'm so happy to have her in my team. I would also love to have her in my Lauma team as well, because you probably need a healer for Bloom teams. Nahida's Echo is so pretty. We have all the materials to get her to level 70. We are lacking some more boss drops sadly, so I'm going to use my fragile resin later. But in the meantime, let's farm some warrants. These guys remind me of treasure hoarders, but for nod-krai. So I honestly don't mind fighting them. My exploration for nod-krai is pretty terrible, honestly. But I do want to make an exploration video soon after this one. Also, a lot of people might be surprised that I got Lauma, considering I didn't initially want her. But after completing Act 1 of the nod-krai quest, I loved her so much. Luckily, she came home early and I still have wishes for Columbina. I also really like Sandrone, but unsure if she's gonna become playable. Either way, nod-krai is so fun and I love the aesthetic so much. And we finished our bounty. Now we're just crafting, but we still need them for her talents. So now it's time to farm her boss as much as possible. I'm using a bunch of fragile resin. We're finally about to send her to 80 out of 90. We ran out of Mora and books unsurprisingly. So for now, we will keep her at 82 out of 90. For Lauma's weapon, we are using the free-to-play event Catalyst. I have grinded at the event and gotten it to R5, which will help increase the elemental mastery as the weapon is ER. Luckily, there is a 1.5 times bonus for the enhancing process currently. I'm just worried we're going to run out of enhancement ores because I never really grind them out and I'm always lacking them. This domain is thankfully not that difficult or time consuming. All you gotta do is use a hyper bloom team or a bloom team for the domain passive. We're going to craft the materials needed to get it to level 90. I farmed a little more of those warrants off film. I'm so relieved that we did not run out of the enhancement materials. And that is her weapon complete. As I have not farmed her new domain at all, we are going to be using 4-piece deepwood today. These are my old Nahida artifacts which I did rob off of her. They're all pretty high in value in my opinion. I will be swapping to an EM goblet when I farm it. At the moment we're using dendro, as I think llama prefers triple EM over dendro damage bonus. I did want to ascend this circlet in hopes for some more energy recharge though. I cannot express how frustrated I get when I don't have enough Mora. It hits HP, which is pretty unfortunate, but we are going to keep going. Lots of ER. I did end up swapping to this circlet though. For Lauma's talent, you prioritize her skill and ultimate. Sadly, this process isn't too satisfying due to me being broke. I'm only leveling up her normals a tiny bit, because they aren't necessary. Using my fragile resin due to my lack of patience. So broke. At least we have her skill at level 8, although I do want to crown it soon. I figured that it would take too long to crown her skill and burst in a short amount of time. So I will only be getting them to level 8 each and complete the rest in my own time off camera. But nonetheless, we did get pretty far, so I'm pretty happy. Just a heads up that this is not my final build, guys. I am working on her talents and farming the new artifact set in my own time, and hopefully I'll have a fully prepared lauma soon. For Lauma's team, I'm considering Bloom and Hyper Bloom. This is her Hyper Bloom team, and I'm quickly showing you her Bloom team as well. However, I'm pretty sure that there's not enough Hydro application on this team, and Farina doesn't really buff Bloom damage. So I do consider Hyper Bloom team to be better for my Lauma. But if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know, as I'm still like working around my teams and I probably need some help. Time to test out my team. I'm still a little confused on her kit, but I know that holding her E does damage, and Lauma does do Luna Bloom damage. And I'll show you guys multiple runs as I kind of just yap a little bit. Still pretty happy that we're getting him super fast. His HP is being drained really quickly, but she isn't hitting crazy numbers because she doesn't have that much crit. Honestly, it's super hard to balance ER, EM, and crit. I definitely know that Lauma is Nefer's best support. It's like the Escoffier to a Skirk. But I don't think I'm going to be pulling for Nefer because I really want Columbina. Although no one's really confirmed to be playable yet, I do really want to save for a character that I want rather than a character that would benefit my account more. So yeah, I did get Lauma just to be her own little DPS and also try out the new Luna Bloom reaction, and I do think that she's absolutely gorgeous, so I'm still happy nonetheless. But if anyone like asks if I'm pulling for Nefer, I will not be pulling for her, although she is like so pretty. I just want Columbina, so I think I will be saving my pulls. That was all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!